Hello ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It is your host, the one and only ProHenis, and today guys, I am bringing you a video that I was not expecting to actually go ahead and make. You guys can probably already tell what I'm going to talk about given the title of this video, but this was something that got so much attention from so many YouTubers and just the entire gaming community in general, and I saw so many people sharing their own 2 cents about it, and I was like, you know what, I don't really want to share my own opinion. Just seems like it's, white noise at this point. It's still a really hot topic, but there's just so many people making videos that didn't really seem worth it. Now what I'm going to be talking to you guys about today, in case you haven't read the title yet or you're illiterate, we're going to be going ahead and talking about the fact that there are 2 million dislikes on the reveal trailer for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now, like I said, I didn't really want to go ahead and cover this topic. A lot of people began covering it as soon as it got more dislikes than any other Call of Duty trailer that we'd previously seen. A lot of people were saying, oh my god, this is going to be the worst Call of Duty ever, just solely based on the ratings for the reveal trailer. And that just seemed incredibly stupid to me, so I was like, you know what, I'm not going to make a video on that. Whatever. And then we went ahead and hit 1 million dislikes. I know I just made a huge jump right there, but we hit 1 million dislikes on that video. And I was like, okay, that's a lot of hate. That's a lot of hate, especially for a Call of Duty Infinite Warfare reveal trailer. Just for a Call of Duty trailer. I mean, we've never seen that before. A Call of Duty trailer has never hit 1 million dislikes until the Infinite Warfare reveal trailer. And so I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe the community really isn't going to be very fond of this game. And then the dislike count just kept climbing and climbing and climbing. And ladies and gentlemen, as of recording this commentary, there are currently 2,035,255 dislikes on the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare reveal trailer. That's over 2 million dislikes on a single video. Now, whether or not all those dislikes are legit, if there's some that are botted, or if it's just people disliking it just for the sake of disliking it, that's all up for discussion. But what I'm going to be talking about with you guys today is why on earth does this video have so many dislikes in comparison to other Call of Duties that we've seen? Because in my own personal opinion, I'm not extremely excited about this game, but I didn't go ahead and dislike the trailer. You guys saw with the image that I just posted, I did drop a like on the video, which is what you should do for this video, by the way. But it really surprises me that this reveal trailer is getting a lot of hate. I think what a lot of people are really upset about, and I could be wrong about this, but I think a lot of people are really upset with the movement system for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now, as you guys know, Treyarch dubbed the chain-based movement system for Call of Duty Black Ops 3 being this sort of smooth, fluid, go into a slide, jump, wall run type of movement system that I think was a perfect hybrid from what we saw in previous Call of Duties and Advanced Warfare. I think Treyarch did a really excellent job with that. And so when we watched the reveal trailer and we saw 2 people exo boost over a tank, a lot of people were like, okay, the shit has hit the fan. Call of Duty is going to be terrible for, the next 6 years. Call of Duty's over. It's dead. There's never going to be another good Call of Duty game. Now, keep in mind, guys, people have been saying this since Call of Duty Ghosts, okay? That's been Call of Duty Ghosts, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and now we're going to have Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. That's going to be 4 years of Call of Duties with people saying Call of Duty's dead. You know what? Game's not relevant anymore. It's not good. And yet, they continue to sell copies of games. Now, granted, the sales are nowhere near where they used to be back in the Black Ops 2 and MW3 days, but people are still buying the game. And I don't think that 2 million people are going to not buy Infinite Warfare based off of a 1.3 second clip in the reveal trailer where we saw 2 people exo boosting over a tank. Now, granted, that's not the only thing that people don't like about the reveal trailer. What I really don't like about the reveal trailer is when we went up into space. Now, as you guys know, I've always been a fan of the boots on the ground gameplay, but I am also a really big fan of the exo boosting. I love the exo boosting in Advanced Warfare, and I know that's going to make a lot of people really upset. Please don't dislike the video. But the reason I really liked it a lot is because it really fostered what I loved about Call of Duty, which is the fast-paced movement system, which is something that I think really lacked in Ghosts, which is why they went ahead and made Advanced Warfare. They were like, okay, we need a fast-paced game that's going to really allow people to get into the action, move across the map, and that had a lot of backfiring, right? People were able to get across the map in 15 seconds. For competitive players, it completely changed the scene and the pace of Search and Destroy. I've heard a lot of competitive players complain about that. But you also have to recognize as well that that was Sledgehammer's very first independent title that they've ever made for the Call of Duty franchise. The only other game that they worked on developing was with Infinity Ward, and I believe that was MW3. I believe it was Infinity Ward. I know it was MW3, but that was the other game that they ended up working on. Actually, the more I think about it, it wouldn't make a lot of sense that they, sort of made Advanced Warfare in response to Ghost, because they would have had been working on that game before Call of Duty Ghost was actually released. But who knows, maybe they did actually change a few things in regard to the movement system. But all things aside, ladies and gentlemen, we're dealing with a Call of Duty this year that's gotten more hate on the YouTube side than we've seen with any other Call of Duty. Now, as you guys know, you've probably also heard the reports that the pre-orders are actually very, very good for the game this year. We're actually on a really, really good track for the Infinite Warfare pre-orders. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, the only reason we're pre-ordering the game is because we're getting COD 4 remastered. And while that may be true, it's still gonna really, really help with the success of Infinite Warfare. And I don't know if that's why Infinity Ward did it. I don't know if they went ahead and made Infinite Warfare and was like, okay, this game's gonna suck ass, so let's go ahead and back it up with a COD 4 remastered and require that people buy COD 4 remastered with Infinite Warfare, not be allowed to buy it separately, so we can really, really skyrocket the sales for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I'm not really sure if that was their whole plan all along, but it is up for discussion, like I said. So 2 million dislikes, that's obviously a lot of dislikes. Now, I don't think that everyone's not going to buy Call of Duty Infinite Warfare just based on the 2 million dislikes on the video. Guys, we need to give the game a chance. All you saw in a reveal trailer was, I believe, around 3.5 minutes of campaign gameplay. That's not a lot of time. And it's campaign. Most of the people who buy Call of Duty buy it for multiplayer. We don't even know if we're going up into space yet. Now that I think about it, I didn't really even finish my point last time when I was talking about why I didn't like the space aspect of games. I like the boots on the ground game. I like the exosuits, but when we go up into space, I feel like that gets too Halo Destiny-like for me. I want an Earth-themed game. I want the game to be on Earth. If it's up in space and we're running around and we're shooting laser plasma guns at each other, I don't like that. I want an actual weapon. I want to shoot an actual weapon that shoots individual bullets at people. I don't want like EM1s all over the place for the rest of the Call of Duty history. I want like a weird hybrid of a futuristic Call of Duty. I want it to be futuristic. I want it to be fast-paced, but I don't want it to be in space. Now, there's a lot of people out there that are really huge fans of the boots on the ground aspect, but they're also really, really excited about the space-themed Call of Duty, which makes absolutely no sense to me, because if you go up into space, you're gonna have zero gravity. So how does that make any sense? I don't know how Infinity Ward's gonna do that just yet, but like I was saying, guys, earlier, 2 million dislikes. I don't think that everyone's gonna stop buying this game, but I want to know from you guys, why do you think that this video got so much hate? Because I have a hard time wrapping my head around the fact that the only reason that video got a ton of dislikes was for the like 1.3 or 1.1 seconds that we saw of 2 people exo boosting over a tank. And keep in mind, that was the only moment in the entire trailer we saw people exo boosting. At no other point in the video did we see people exo boosting. And do you think it's also due to the fact that we saw people go up into space and fight in space rockets? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section below, because like I said, guys, we cannot base our whole opinion off of one trailer. Yes, you are supposed to form your opinion about a game watching the trailer, but keep in mind that's only for campaign, guys. We don't know what multiplayer has to bring for us just yet, and I can guarantee this game is going to be just as much fun to play as it has been for every other Call of Duty. Now that I think about that, I don't want to promise that to you guys, because it could very well be a really, really bad game. But I'm just saying, guys, keep an open mind about this, because this game could be very, very good, and I don't think the Call of Duty community is giving it a fair enough chance in regard to judging it so harshly based off of a very few small aspects of the actual gameplay trailer that we've gotten so far. But anyways, guys, like I said a million times in this video, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about this reveal trailer. What you guys think about Infinite Warfare? Think it's gonna be great? Think it's gonna be bad? Or are you a clear-headed person who's thinking we have to wait for the actual game to be released before we make extreme judgment calls like dropping 2 million dislikes on a reveal trailer? Thank you all so very much for watching this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I wanted to bring my own 2 cents on it and just kind of, you know, spark a conversation with you guys down there in the comment section, because it's a fun topic and I like talking about this sort of stuff, and I love Call of Duty, and of course I'm still gonna buy the game, and of course I'm still gonna bring videos of it to you guys regardless of how bad it is or how good it is. So let me know what you think. If you watched up until this point in the video, comment down below #dislike. That'll let me know that you guys watched this entire video. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new. Don't let this video hit as many dislikes as we have on the Infinite Warfare reveal trailer, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until next time, everybody, keep gaming as always. Stay cool.